Right, guys, so this is our Extend Deepen reading on Thursday. Once again, we've got our metamate here of our dot deduction, so we're using inference, plausible inference, and we're going to be explaining the impressions that we get from the text, so our gut feelings, our first instincts, what it makes us think straight away. We've got another poem here today, If the Earth by Joe Miller. So first of all, pause the video, give the text a little read, give the poem a little read, and then I'll get back to you with some of the answers. So pause your video. Cool, and we'll have a look at some of these answers together. Now I've done it so that I can put my questions in a good bit of space here. So number one, let's go here. How does this make you feel about our planet? So if you go back to the text, there's a lot of things about the word marvel and the fact that it would be on show. It's it would need protecting so it wasn't hurt. It's sacred because it's the only one. There's a lot of things in here about the fact that people would come and look at it and it'd be the greatest wonder known. We'd want to defend it with our lives. So I would put number one, makes me feel very proud and lucky to have the planet Earth. Because, and we need our because, remember, the poem, what does the poem help you to do, help you reinforce that? Well, it's because the poem points out how unique and special it is. So remember, when we're doing our dot deduction, our inference, our answers are sometimes a little bit longer, but it's because you need to explain what you think. Number two, what is the message the poet is trying to get across to the reader? Well, when you look back to this poem, I think it's pretty clear. It may be very similar to your opinion if the poem's worked well or you've understood the poem. So again, I think the poet is trying to make the reader or the audience realize how special our planet is. You could also add a bit more, and now we need to help it, how we need to protect it. Probably, actually, I'm going to put that. It needs protecting. If you've got an answer that's like that, I think you're not far off there. Number three, again, it's an opinion, so can't really be wrong with this as long as you say why. I really do like this one here. This line here. People declare it sacred because it was the only one. So I would put well, you could cheat actually. You could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could put number 3, line 12, because because line 12 because it points out how unique it is. Hang on, press the wrong button. Go back, there we go. And again, if it was an object that we could see, we'd be very protective of it, wouldn't we? And then number 4, I think it's probably the most interesting one, and I think in class we'll be having a really good discussion. Does the poem make the reader feel good or bad? You need to explain your answer here. So you can have any answer you want here. It might make you feel good, because it might make you feel very protective of the earth, feel very privileged about what we have on this planet. But then it could make you feel very bad, because reading that, you know that we don't do that. We don't look after it. We know across the news and David Attenborough that we do need to look after it, and we're not. And we need to look after it and defend it with our lives. That line down here, defend it with our lives. So it's up to you how you answer that one, as long as you refer back to something in this text. But I think that's probably going to be one that you could write a sentence about. You could probably write an entire paragraph just on that answer there. Okay. But remember to refer back to a phrase or a line or certain vocabulary when talking about whether you think it's a feel-good poem or actually sort of want to get the reader to kind of feel quite negative, quite bad about it. Okay, so completely your choice with how you answer that one, as long as you refer to the text. So I'll be interested with what your answer is for that one. Fantastic, guys. Well done, and thank you for having a look at your remote learning.